Listen up, you donkey. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day, not a bloody excuse to shovel sugary garbage down your throat. You think you're getting a head start? You're running a bloody marathon with a busted ankle. I've seen Michelin star chefs put more effort into a garnish than some of you put into your breakfast. It's time to stop treating your body like a dustbin and fuel it with something decent. Let's talk about these so-called breakfast cereals, shall we? They're marketed as healthy, but they're loaded with more sugar than a bloody bakery. You might as well pour a gallon of syrup down your gullet. This sugar rush might seem like a good idea at first, but you'll crash harder than a souffle in a hurricane. You'll be sluggish, unproductive, and reaching for another sugar fix before you can say, bloody hell. What you need is sustained energy, not a sugar high followed by a catastrophic crash. Think of it this way, you wouldn't douse your car engine in sugar and expect it to run smoothly, would you? Treat your body with the same respect you'd give a vintage Ferrari, not a clapped-out rust bucket. So ditch the sugary cereals and opt for something with some nutritional value. You want fiber, protein, and whole grains, not a sugar coma waiting to happen. Next on the chopping block, processed meats. Bacon, sausage, ham. They might smell tempting, but they're packed with more salt than the Dead Sea and enough preservatives to mummify a donkey. You think you're getting a protein boost, but you're basically embalming your insides with this processed rubbish. I've seen healthier-looking dishes scraped off the bottom of a dumpster. This stuff is a one-way ticket to high blood pressure, heart disease, and a whole host of other health problems. Do you want to feel like you've swallowed a brick every morning? Didn't think so. Choose lean protein sources like eggs, Greek yogurt, or even a bit of smoked salmon if you're feeling fancy. Give your body something to actually work with, not something that'll send you straight to the emergency room. More like dead bread. White bread is about as useful as a chocolate teapot. It's devoid of nutrients, fiber, and any redeeming qualities whatsoever. Eating this stuff is like eating cardboard. It'll leave you feeling bloated, sluggish, and about as appealing as a burnt pan. You want your digestive system to run like a well-oiled machine, not a clogged drain. White bread is the culinary equivalent of throwing a wrench into that machine. It's the type of food that sits in your stomach like a lead weight, leaving you feeling heavy and lethargic. Choose whole grain bread or toast instead. It's packed with fiber, which will keep you feeling full and energized throughout the morning. And for God's sake, toast it properly. No one wants to eat soggy bread. Now let's talk about pastries. Those croissants, muffins, and donuts might look tempting, but they're nothing but empty calories and a recipe for disaster. You'll get a quick sugar rush followed by a crash that'll make you want to hurl insults at a wall. These sugary treats are the culinary equivalent of a cheap thrill, momentarily satisfying but ultimately leaving you feeling empty and unsatisfied. You're better off having a proper breakfast that will actually fuel your body and mind. Instead of reaching for a pastry, opt for a piece of fruit, a handful of nuts, or even a small bowl of oatmeal. These options will provide you with sustained energy and keep you feeling fuller for longer. Energy drinks are the devil's concoction disguised as a quick pick-me-up. They're loaded with caffeine, sugar, and enough artificial ingredients to make your head spin. You might think you're getting an energy boost, but you're essentially mainlining anxiety and dehydration. These drinks are the culinary equivalent of a slap in the face, a temporary jolt followed by a world of pain. You're better off drinking a glass of water and getting some fresh air. That's a natural energy boost that won't leave you feeling like you've just downed a gallon of jitters. If you're feeling tired in the morning, try going to bed earlier, getting some exercise, or simply drinking a cup of coffee. Avoid these energy drinks like the plague. They're nothing but trouble in a can. There you have it, you numpties. 5 common breakfast blunders that are sabotaging your health and well-being. Remember, breakfast is the most important meal of the day, so don't treat it like an afterthought. Fuel your body with nutritious foods that will set you up for success, not send you spiraling into a sugar-crazed frenzy. Now get out of my kitchen and go make yourself a proper breakfast.